there, everyone. It's me, Taylor. Welcome to the season 5 premiere of Tea with Taylor. I'm so happy to see that you guys are joining in. I'm so happy to be back. It's been a long break. It's been a long break. Today, I'm going to talk to you today about, and welcome to the new set. Hello. New set, new season. We're calling this season 5, the season of friends, season of new friends. So I'm excited for that and to introduce you all to all these new folks and whatnot. Let me find us on Facebook. I'll be watching closely for all your comments and for all that good stuff. Let's see. I'm so happy to be back, though. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Wow. I see a few of you have already joined in. And for people who are watching here, just FYI, I'm going to be posting this later to YouTube. YouTube did some foolery and made me verify to do a live video, and so that takes 24 hours. So I'll post this video later to YouTube for everyone else, and it'll be on my website as well. And I pulled us up. So cheers to a new season, to us, to everything that we've accomplished. Thank you all for watching. Jaden, yay! Hey, Jaden, my favorite seahorse dad. There's been a lot going on since we've been on a break from Tea with Taylor, and let me just give you a quick rundown because we got a lot to talk about. There's a lot of hot topics. There's a lot going on. But let me give you a quick rundown. So one of the not important, but hey, Dion Sage, one of my besties, and also my now roommate, which inspired the new set. Hello. But also, I threw my first charity event, and it went really well, and I called it Taylor's Game Night. It was LGBTQ game night at Mirror Bar. Thank you so much for everyone who came out, for everyone who donated, for everyone who helped, everyone who was a part of that. Game night was such a success. So many people had so much fun, and thank you for everyone who donated. 50% of the proceeds went to Big Brother, Big Sister, so that was really good, and I was really excited to do that. I was really happy about it. Me and my children, House of Neptune, performed for that as well, and a few other performances. It was a great night. If you missed it, don't worry, there'll be more to come. With that great joy, there came a great sorrow. I also had a lot of car problems. You guys may have seen them. I posted on Facebook about that. Gosh, my car is ready for the grave. It's okay, but it's fine. We're moving forward, and we are still being great. And my birthday passed as well. In case you guys haven't been following, my birthday passed December 30th. I am a year older. I won't say how much older. I never will. So there's that. But I am a year older, and ever the more grateful for it. I had a lovely night out with my kids as well, with the House of Neptune. It was a leather night, and Dion loves to say that I'm 52 or 51 going on 52. Listen, on the inside I'm 88, so that's all that really matters. And while we're talking about Dion, since Mr. Sage has so much to say, I also partnered with my good friend for the season 5 premiere of Progress Report on Tuesday night. So if you haven't caught that, if you haven't checked out the Progress Report, it's a little bit more politically geared, but there's so much more to it. So check it out and give the Progress Report a view. We also had New Year's Pass, so Happy New Year's to everyone. For this new year, I actually have been so pleased and so happy I was able to take it low key and just relax and do a whole bunch of nothing. Jaden Vieira saying, you're just an old soul, but you can still move like a 20-year-old. Why, thank you, Jaden. Jaden made my heart happy for a performance I did at Mirror Bar, for a holiday performance I did at Mirror Bar. Recently, Jaden and his partner, AJ, who we both had on Tea with Taylor, they were like, that's the sexiest thing I've seen in a long time after my performance. It made my heart so happy. I was like, y'all been just in the house for too long. Whoa. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Auntie, I love you too. Thank you so much for watching. One of my biggest fans, and one of the nearest and dearest persons in my life is my Aunt Chanel. Always supporting, always watching. So thank you, Auntie, for watching. Ask him about Halloween. Girl, no. One big accomplishment also, while we're talking about it, during my game night was my first night performing in heels. First day wearing heels. Nope, that's a lie. Second day wearing heels. But, I turned it out, I think. You let me know. Also today, guys, while we're talking about games, it is just me today, and we're going to be talking about plastic surgery, and we're going to get into it. Don't you worry. But if someone wants to join the broadcast, the first person to join the broadcast, right after we talk about plastic surgery, we can play Never Have I Ever. So yes, there's that. So stay tuned, y'all. Oh, Jacqueline Nilsson says happy season 5. Thank you, Jackie. I love you so much. I cannot express how much I love Jacqueline Nilsson. And if you don't know Jackie, you need to know Jackie. I'm so sorry. You really need to know Jackie. She is a gem amongst gems, and I can't say it enough. I love you so much. Jackie's actually going to be joining us later in season 5 as well. So you'll get to know Jackie a little bit better. Sip. But yes, Jaden, yes, it has been a long time since you've gone out. Deion Sage also performed the House Down Boots. Oh, my cousin Nina's watching. Hi, Nina. Oh, thank you so much. It really means so much to me to see my family showing up and showing out, and not just supporting and showing, not just supporting by watching, but also by speaking up and voicing how much they're proud of me. You can never hear that enough in the Black and Brown community. Telling people how much you love them and how much you're proud of them, because that is something that I feel that we have long since been lacking in the sense of community with the Black and Brown people and Black and Brown folks. And so, you know what? I eat it up. Thank you so much. Eat it up. And thank you guys for all your donations. Feel free to donate. Hi, Kay Bagley. Thanks for watching. For all your donations to Neptune Incorporated, to Tiwa Taylor. Feel free to donate if you can. $1, $2, $3, whatever. Feeling frisky, throw a little 20 my way. Cash App and Venmo are posted on my page. Moving forward, because we got a lot to catch up on. So, hot topics, y'all. So I promise, the hot topics today, we're going to start with some students. We're going to start in Stanford, and we're going to move down to, at the end of hot topics, we're going to move down to the University of Maryland, y'all. So it's going to be full circle, I guarantee, promise. But first and foremost, on this hot topics, I came across this thing while I was on break, and I can't remember how old it is, and I can't remember the names of the students, but but these 3 students at Stanford all got a job at a call center. 3 mid-20s white men. They decided they had accents. They were foreigners, and they decided that they were going to create this technology, and they built an app that changes your accent in real time, so that they could be more successful in a call center, because they felt that with their accents, they weren't getting across to people, and they weren't being as beneficial to the cause as possible. And after they came up with this technology, they ended up quitting and living off of, the royalties and the monies from making this app. But they created this technology that can change your voice in real time. Y'all are going off in the comments, and I love it. Auntie with the tea. Yes, my Aunt Chanel, me and Auntie were hanging tight when I was younger, when I lived at home. And so if anybody has the tea other than me, it's Auntie. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, Dion, you hit the nail on the head. My child, Quan, thanks for watching. I see you. I see your name little popping up. And Tristan, love you. But yeah, these Stanford students decided to come up with this technology to change their accent in real time. So I don't want to hear any excuses when I call customer service next time and I hear someone with an accent. It drives me crazy. You know what? Do you, and everyone has the privilege and the opportunity to work where they work. But now that we have this technology, I'm really looking forward to having some clarity and within my customer service experience, okay? That's all I'm going to say with that. Moving forward. I need to get it out right now. I need to get this over and done with because we need to talk about it. And I know no one wants to talk about it. It's been beating you over the head for so long now, and I know we're all over it. But we gotta have a COVID check real quick. We gotta have a COVID check, y'all. I unfortunately had to quarantine for the last 9 days because I came out with a positive test for COVID. And it's like so many other people right now, COVID is running rampant and it is spreading at a rapid rate. It feels that we are going backwards a little bit. If you ask me, we are back where we started when COVID was first announced, which was late, but we're not going to get into that with our ex-social media executive who decided to wait to announce COVID. But anywho's, we have Omicron now, the Omicron variant. Sorry, that is spreading rapidly. Unfortunately, here's a few stats about that. It's in 89 countries, 47 states in the U.S. It's accounting for more than 80% of the new cases. And in the U.S., we have reached another milestone and another unfortunate milestone with COVID, where there is more than 1 million new cases in the U.S. More than 1 million. So we are really, really combating this. The vaccines are available. Yes, Dion, I'm talking about the former commander-in-chief. But yes, with some good news with these stats, the Supreme Court actually yesterday, I believe it was, just blocked the vaccine and testing mandate for large companies. So if you're a part of a large company, if you work for a large company, you don't have to worry about the weekly testing being enforced or the vaccine cards being forced upon you. I do think, we are doing really well with vaccines, especially in my area of the world here, my little niche of the world. But, it's not so for the rest of the world. And we have to remember that this is one of the reasons why it's spreading and why Omicron has snuck up in on us. But you know what? Make sure you're getting tested. They are, unfortunately, very hard to get your hands on. But I find it helps if you go to Walgreens and do a little Omarion dance. Please don't go to Walgreens and harass them with Omarion dances, please. Please don't. In some other news, in this time we've not had together. Sheesh, I can't get it out. We lost a few celebrities, and I'm gonna go down the line. I know later on in season 5 we have some celebrity gossip coming on with my good friend Ivan Mont from the Inner Circle. Shout out to Ivan. And my good daughter, if you guys didn't know, House of Neptune, my good daughter, Keenan is going to be joining us, or aka Young Onyx, for our celeb gossip talk. But that's neither here nor there. So, unfortunately, we lost our icon, one of the greats, one of the oldest comedians that I can speak to right now in the white community, and such a light to all of us. We lost Miss Betty White. Rest in peace, Betty White. She was everything, and I can say that with 100% justification and not need to say any more. She was literally everything. I like to refer to her as the one-line queen. So rest in peace, Betty White. You will be sorely missed. And not for nothing, she has contributed so much to the Black and Brown community as well in her career, and just so much in general, and just such a light and such an amazing person, if you ask me, from the little bit that I knew about her. And I'm just, I was like, oh man, we all knew it was coming. She was 99, but she went peacefully from what I recall. And on the flip side, someone who I'm hearing more and more about who didn't go peacefully is, unfortunately, the dad from Full House, Bob Saget. Bob Saget also passed away recently, this week or last week. And with more information rolling in as it develops, I believe it was a drug-related death. He was found in his home, lifeless. And so there's still more to come about that, but there has been memorials being put up around the world, and especially memorials being put up and flowers being put all around the house that Full House was staged in. And I forget the area. If you guys know the area, let me know in the comments. I forget the area where that house actually exists. But there's been so many memorials popping up as of late in honor of Bob Saget's passing. So, rest in peace to those two legends in the acting world. And not for nothing, not to speak ill on the dead, but I did hear some real saucy news about Bob Saget. I may be in the dark, and you guys also let me know in the comments, but I heard he wasn't that great of a person. I don't know. I don't know much about Bob Saget as a person. I know Bob Saget as his career as an actor, but I heard he was not a great person. So I don't know. You guys, let me know. Did you hear that? Send me a link. Send me a link. I need receipts. But moving forward, a little bit more with the celebrities in the Hot Topics. Something that really struck me that I really was into, and also no spoilers. I haven't seen it yet. But Keanu Reeves came out with Keanu Reeves is the star of the new. Yes, Jackie. I was thinking that the house is in San Fran, but I wasn't quite sure if it was just filmed to look like it was in San Fran or if the actual house was in San Francisco. I do know that there have been murals and flowers and candles being lit all around the house. I just don't remember where it was actually at. But Keanu Reeves donated 70% of his salary that he earned from this new Matrix movie. I haven't seen it. I can't give you any spoilers. I don't want any spoilers. I'm going to go see it. That's one of the ones I might have to go see by myself, so I don't have to worry about someone talking. But I really want to catch up on all the old Matrix films first. If you thought it was good or you thought it was bad, you can tell me that. I would love to hear that. But no spoilers. But yes, he donated 70% of his salary to leukemia research. Who would have thought? Keanu Reeves. Amazing person. Whoa. I was like, okay, cute. Love that. And it goes to show that he's not all about the money. He's doing this as a passion. So it's really nice to see that people are still doing things like that, especially celebrities. Speaking of celebrities, doing nice things. I guess that's the segue we're going into. I want to give props and honor to Miss MJ Rodriguez for making history as the first trans woman to win a Golden Globe. So clap, clap, clap to Miss MJ Rodriguez. Kudos to you. I'm really happy to be able to talk about that. It's really great that she is paving this way for other trans women to, receive the accolades that they are due. And I'm really happy that she is the person doing it. I recently, talking to Dion, my friend Dion, about House of Neptune, I said, my kids are so gorgeous and so legendary and so beautiful, and they just make me out here got me looking like Blanca. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I would, if I had to be anyone, I would love to be Blanca. I love her heart. Dion Sage says also, I think Hollywood needs to be original, stop reviving old films, give us something new. That's absolutely true, and they're running out of ideas, so they just keep rehashing old stuff, hoping for a gold mine. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the money. So we all know that. And Jaden's sounding off and saying, abortion access is still taken away in some states, so if those people are going to stand up for freedom of bodily choice, they need to stand up for all bodily choice freedoms. Absolutely 100%. I agree. Couldn't say it better myself. As usual, Jaden, you have a very good point. Hi, Chloe. Oh, Miss Savage is watching. Hello. Miss Chloe Savage, House of Savage, one of my good friends, joined me and Amazon Hibazi for my season finale of season 4. I keep directing you to the couch because that's where they were. But yes, it was a great season finale. We talked about ballroom culture. It was great. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch. That's all. And another celebrity that I wanted to mention really quickly was Andy Cohen. Oh my gosh. Andy Cohen on the New Year's Eve special. Did you guys see this drunken rant? It was insane. Oh my gosh. Don't get me wrong, he was talking about the mayor of New York City who was disgraceful, but he had a point. But the way he said it and how he was slurring his words, he was very, very, very drunk, visibly drunk. And for all of you who know Andy Cohen's usually very well put together. He was hosting the New Year's Eve special with my boo, from CNN. Oh God, I'm getting hot under the collar. But yeah, he was hosting and just came out of nowhere with this rant, this drunken rant about the mayor of New York City and how he deserved what he got, and it was insane. It was crazy. I love seeing a good messy drunk on TV, but. And he said, you know what? His direct comment, I believe, was, you know what? Regardless of what I say, I'm going to be here hosting this show next year, and I can't say the same thing for you as a mayor. I said, cool. Thank you, Nina. Anderson Cooper. I got all hot and bothered. I couldn't even think of his name. My gosh. Yes, Anderson Cooper has been bae for a minute. Like, that white hair and the blue eyes, I don't know. It does it for me. Anywho's, another person that I wanted to mention who's somewhat of a celebrity in their own right. You know what? Who is a celebrity, is Maya Angelou, who also has made history this week by being the first Black woman to be honored on a quarter. So, yes, give this woman her 25 cents on a mule! Maya Angelou is being honored on the quarter. I'm so happy about it. I'm elated about it. We had previously had talks about having a Black woman on, I believe it was on the $50 bill. I believe we were supposed to have Harriet Tubman, but that didn't happen. No, it's a $20 bill, I believe. But we didn't have that. And so this is, it's not a $50 bill. It's not a $20 bill, but it's something. So, you know what? We are going to take these wins and we're going to take these as, yes, Dion, taking your joke. Absolutely. It's the first thing that pops into my head every time I read this topic now. But we're gonna take this win and we're gonna keep pushing forward. And it's one of those scenarios where we ask for so much and we get the bare minimum. But what we do with that minimum is what describes us as a people, as a community. We are known, if you ask me, the Black and brown community, for taking what we've been given, the very small things and portions that we've been given, and making it our own, and making our own avenues, and creating and being great in our own way. And so I feel that this is going to be one of those avenues that we're just going to keep going. It's going to keep moving. It's going to create avenues that we never knew existed before. And that, you heard it here first. So, another thing that I like to talk about, and this is gonna be our last hot topic because I gotta move into this is the second to last. Sorry. Another thing that I love to talk about space, and I love to nerd out a little bit about science. So, another thing that I saw that really interested me. Have you guys seen Don't Look Up? Let me know in the comments, because it's been really interesting to when I watched it and to hear everyone's reaction to Don't Look Up. It's a Netflix film. Refresh me on the stars. I think it was Leonardo DiCaprio and, goodness gracious, I always get her name wrong. Katniss Everdeen, that one. Don't Look Up. Anywho's, it's a Netflix film. If you haven't seen it, please go see it. I'm going to try not to give you a spoiler, but if you watch the trailer, this is all that you're going to find out as well. But apparently, in real life, IRL, we have an asteroid 7482, that is passing by Earth. This is happening on Tuesday. But anytime, I believe it's going to be Tuesday before 5 o'clock, it says. And if you guys, Meryl Streep was in it. Yes, Dion. Meryl Streep was the president, and it was just way too believable. It was, goodness great. If you haven't seen it, please watch. Please. If nothing else, you'll get a good laugh out of it. It's just way too accurate. But the asteroid 7482 is passing by the Earth on Tuesday with about 1.5 miles of space away from impact. It's traveling at a very high speed, but it's only 1 kilometer wide, and it's the closest asteroid, that's gotten closest to the Earth in 2 centuries. So that's something to talk about. Asteroid 7482, 1 kilometer wide. We're not exactly in a don't look up situation. Thank God, because the way we would handle that as a society, I don't know. So yeah, we're not quite in a Don't Look Up situation, but it just kind of reminded me of that movie. And I'm really excited that if you actually look up into the sky anytime before 5 o'clock on Tuesday, you might be able to see remnants of the asteroid passing by Earth. Oh, hi, Grayson. Grayson Rose. Grayson Rose was a photographer for my event that I talked about, my game night event in December. And Grayson Rose is also a really good friend and also a child of my friend Dion Sage. So Grayson is a really amazing person. If you guys are looking for photos, please reach out to them. But yeah, I thought this asteroid was really interesting to say. And again, if you're looking up into the sky, if you got binoculars, telescope, on Tuesday, anytime before 5 o'clock, I mean, as soon as it's visible, I would give it a look to see what's going on, and hopefully there's no remnants or anything that hits the Earth. Apparently, it's classified as a possibly hazardous asteroid, but again, there's about 1.5 miles of space between where it's projected to go past and between Earth and where it's passing. Yeah. And so I had to share this last one because I promised you I would end up at the University of Maryland. But the University of Maryland surgeons have successfully transplanted a genetically altered pig's heart into a human. Yes, you heard right, a pig's heart. This patient who, at the University of Maryland is 57 years old, had a history of heart problems, and yeah, Dr. Bartley Griffith is the director of this program, of the transplant program at the University of Maryland, and yeah, they successfully transplanted a pig's heart, girl. Can you believe that? I was gooped. Like, wow. And not only that, it was an 8-hour operation. The patient's name was David Bennett Sr. And the doctor was even surprised. The doctors that worked on him, their direct quote was, "It's pumping and it's working like a regular heart." Why are they so surprised? So yeah, it was a successful transplant, and I make light of it, but it's actually a very huge accomplishment. And it could make way to a lot of other big accomplishments in transplant surgery, and in that entire realm of being, especially for surgeons, because last year alone, I believe the number was 41,000 people received a transplant organ. And it is a really huge thing. It is a really huge issue that we have here, especially in the U.S., with people in waiting lines for transplants that they need to live and to survive. So maybe we're making leeway. It just seems like a Black Mirror episode to me. Or something that's like very daunting. Like, oh no, we're transplanting pig hearts now? I guess. I suppose. But I mean, like, again, we're making strides in science, so okay. Yeah. So I'm going to take a moment to drink my drink and breathe, and then we're gonna get into plastic surgery. I really wanted to talk about this, and I really felt that it was a really scandalous thing to talk about, so to speak, and that it sticks out to me. But the question that I have for you guys as viewers is, and that I'm going to continue to pose to you, and you guys answer anytime you feel ready in the comments. Let me know, and I will gladly read it out. I would love to hear your take on these things. But plastic surgery is also known as cosmetic surgery or aesthetic surgery. But what I'm asking you guys, and what I want to know from all of you, is how helpful do you think cosmetic surgery is? And how many uses do you think we can get out of that? I want to know from you guys. How helpful do you think cosmetic surgery is in our lives? And in society in general? Because it is such a broad umbrella that cosmetic surgery falls under, and aesthetic surgeries, as it is also referred to. Plastic surgery, it has been talked about and done for centuries now, and in the U.S., it's actually one of the leading surgeries that we produce here, unfortunately, and following behind us is Brazil, which is not surprising with those high numbers. But we have the U.S. has the highest number of plastic surgeons. And again, second is Brazil, which a lot of people go away to Brazil and other foreign places to get cheaper surgeries. Cosmetic surgery in the U.S., the numbers have grown exponentially, actually. And I was even surprised by this. From 1.6 million people who have had plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery in 1997 to 4.6 million in 2019. That is a jump of 3 million people. And it's just absolutely insane to not talk about this. It's something that needs to be talked about. Surgical procedures, and it breaks down these cosmetic surgeries into surgical procedures and non-surgical procedures. And so surgical procedures include liposuction, breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, which is nose jobs, eyelid surgery, facelifts, hair transplants, and this is a big one, butt implants. Hold your tongue. We will talk about that in a minute. We will talk about it. And as far as non-surgical procedures, there's Botox, there's hyaluronic acid, which is an acid mask, or what is it called? Skin peel, which I used to always say sounded very scary and daunting. And hair removal, fillers, and laser fat reduction. So those are the non-surgical procedures that are very popular. But again, my question, that I hope that I can answer is why these things are so popular in the U.S. Jaden is touching on something that we are going to get into, but I want to read it for you all. Jaden is saying, gender reassignment surgery has been labeled as cosmetic surgery, so technically, I'm super grateful for cosmetic surgery, specifically because it helped me feel at home in my body. And it also helps people who have been burned and need skin grafts, or people who had infections. Jaden, you are in the vein. You're literally in the vein, because that's what we're going to get into, and I'm so excited to hear you say that, or to hear people know that about cosmetic surgery, because we automatically think of the beauty industry or the cosmetic industry when someone talks about plastic surgery, or when someone talks about cosmetic surgery, and a lot of that isn't actually accurate. I mean, it's how it's portrayed in order to make money. It's given to us in this pretty package so that we make money. But it actually is something that I hope to impart in you that actually has made a really huge impact in our society and is very necessary. Some of the things that demonize plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery is that the Coke bottle figure that we all see when we log into social media, or different celebrities portray these things, the perfection of it all and the beauty of it all, and that's what the cosmetic industries latch onto in order to get our attention. But it's not all bad. And again, we have all these surgeries and cosmetics, and I think a lot of it has stemmed from filters on social medias and celebrities with these features, these pick and choose features, from also having procedures done that influence the masses to think that this is the norm. So, and that's another reason why I believe that 3 million growth that happened in cosmetic surgery over the past 10 years has attributed to. It's really been, more accessible. Procedures have become cheaper. You can now fly away to Brazil. You can go to Colombia or something of those natures to get your procedures done, and to get it done under the radar, to get it done cheaper. It's accessible. And not only that, but they have targeted a younger audience. It's not just old people anymore. Sip strike. I'm being truthful though. It's definitely geared towards a younger group now. I've even been told that, as far as a beauty regimen, in your 20s, in your late 20s is when you should start using anti-aging serum and something along those lines, because that is what is suggested by the beauty industry. So they're targeting younger groups of people so that they can continually make that lifelong profit off of you. Not saying it doesn't work. However, that's how they get a lifelong profit out of us, because they are telling us younger and younger is the best way to start and to be. And in the U.S., I found that 90% of people who have had cosmetic surgery have been pleased with their surgeries. 90%. And that's throughout all of the ones that I listed: rhinoplasty, liposuction, breast augmentation, facelifts, hair transplants, hair removals, fillers. 90% of those procedures in the U.S., of people who have had those procedures, have said that they're satisfied. We all have our horror stories, I'm sure, that we've seen on TV and in the media. But my question again, with them targeting younger audiences, is it worth it as well? The recovery time, the costs, even though it is being called cheaper now in comparison to when plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery reached its height of popularity in '97. It's being called cheaper now, but the average surgery, and in 2019, our most popular surgery in the U.S. is breast augmentation. You should be proud. That's the most popular procedure that we have in the U.S. as of 2019. A breast augmentation, though, and the at the cheapest, goes for $5,000. So I don't know what y'all do for work, but I don't have $5,000 to make my breast bigger. I'm so sorry. I've been in the gym for about a year with this fitness journey, and I feel like, I'm a good Tara Reid size. I'm a good Tori Spelling. I'm a good, A cup-ish now. Hard work paying off finally. But I don't have $5,000 to get pec implants or breast implants. I don't know. I don't know. They're calling it cheaper. Christopher Mello, hello. Hi, thank you for watching. Lisa, thank you for watching. And Lotta Nerve, I love you, babe. Thanks for watching, my fellow icon. Pause. We need to talk about that. I forgot to mention the Icons calendar, which is also another huge success, and also something that I've been really glad to be a part of, and really proud of everyone who was a part of it, actually. It's been, House of Neptune is fully in the calendar. You need to get your Icons calendar. Contact Niall, contact Young Onyx if you're local. If you're not local, send me a message and I'll gladly get you in contact with them. Get your Icons calendar now. Moving forward. So sorry. But again, my question about these procedures, about not even talking about the money anymore, because, sugar daddies will do it. You get your money, how you going to get it? I don't know. But is it worth it? Again, with the side effects of it alone and the recovery time alone, I'm going to go ahead and say no. The side effect is always a possibility of death. Always. When you go under the knife, when you get anesthesia, the possibility is always death. At the most extreme scale of it all, the possibility is always death. So we have to weigh that when we think about these things. And that's another reason why the industry as a whole, plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery, gets demonized. With infections and strokes and things along those lines being common side effects of these kinds of procedures, it is easy to see how it could be demonized, to see how it can be scary, and to see how it can do damage. But like I mentioned earlier, and like I asked of you all, is it helpful? How helpful do you think it can be? When we think about cosmetic surgery, again, the first things we tend to think about is those things I listed earlier: Botox, rhinoplasty, eyelid surgery, which is the most popular surgery amongst men, which I did not know. I was like, oh, okay, y'all are just out here just getting your eyelids done. Okay, I guess. But yeah, one of the things that we don't think of is all the benefits of cosmetic surgery. Like Jaden Vera mentioned earlier, reassignment surgery. It saves lives. Reassignment surgery is considered cosmetic surgery, which I think, as part of the healthcare industry, probably should be something that we change in the near future. But as of now, reassignment surgery is considered cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery. And it saves lives. Just to cut through all the bullshit, it saves lives. It makes you feel like a person. It makes the person you feel like on the inside be more prevalent and visible to others on the outside. and I am not a trans individual, and I have not had that to go through reassignment surgery, but it is something that my daughter Niall, she talks to me about, Jaden Vieira talks to me about, and it is something that is near and dear to my heart, and it's something that is needed. It's something that I think that shouldn't be considered cosmetic surgery, but that's a benefit and something that we can say is a avenue of growth in that industry, in the cosmetic industry, for helping people become who they want to be, and helping them to express themselves outwardly. I tend to do that, and some people tend to do that with clothing. But, if you feel that you don't look the way that you think that you want to look, or that you are meant to look, and you will have the means to do so, do it. And that's what cosmetic surgery provides for those people. We also have cosmetic dentistry. People who can't chew their food because they don't have teeth. They don't have enough teeth in their mouth. Things like that. Who can't get a job because they're looked at differently because they have missing teeth from a prior life offense, or maybe they talk so much shit and somebody knocked them out. I don't know. But cosmetic surgery, cosmetic dentistry could be very, very helpful in those kinds of scenarios. We also have other necessary procedures that were like skin grafts, like Jaden said, that, which started with war veterans who have, dealt with third-degree burns and things along those lines, and come home and need those procedures to even be able to look at themselves. And it's not a vanity thing. It's, I served my country, and this is what I am given in return. So it started that way with skin grafts and things along those lines, with plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery, and I think it's another necessary procedure. We have mole removal, which can be very, very useful because sometimes moles can be cancerous. Oh, Dee! Hey, thanks for watching, Dee. We have, a slew of very necessary procedures that we have been, benefited thanks to cosmetic surgery and aesthetic surgery. I think that it's only going to grow. Right now, the total revenue from surgical and non-surgical procedures in the U.S. in 2020 is $9.3 billion. $9.3 billion has been invested, or has been spent, or has been used in this industry, and that's in 2020. So, again, I think it's only going to rise. It's only going to become more of a thing. And it is talked about more. It is more accessible now. And so we have to decide how necessary it is and how we are going to navigate the cosmetic industry. As an activist, I always want to speak out very firmly and directly about things, and make my stance known about how I feel about things. But cosmetic surgery is one of those things that I'm kind of in the middle about. I see the benefits, and I see the plus, and I see the minus, and it's something, again, that is very titillating, so to speak, to talk about, and it happens. Again, my question to you all, feel free to comment anytime, is how helpful do you think it is? And is it worth it? Because that's the question I ask myself all the time when I think about plastic surgery. Is it worth it? Like, is it really, really worth it? And some of the most famous botched plastic surgery jobs, y'all, oh, dare I get into that? Yeah, I think I kind of have to. Let me see your comments here. Some of the most, I'm going to just list these names, and you guys can go off. Hey, Rob, thanks for watching. You guys can go off. Kenny Rogers, famously known for botched surgery, does not like his appearance anymore, has been quoted saying it. Joan Rivers, rest in peace, was very displeased with her appearance, did not like it towards the end of her life, although she was very adamant about it, and she did speak up about plastic surgery and cosmetic surgery being a big part of her personality, to be honest, if you ask me. And we love Miss Joan Rivers. Jocelyn Wildstein, who is called, aka the Lion Woman of New York City, who looks outrageous. I'm sorry, not to judge, but she looks literally like a lion. It's scary. It's a bit scary. If you haven't seen The Lion Woman of New York City, Miss Jocelyn Wildstein, please Google it. If I had a producer, I would put an image up right here. She looks crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But she's been noted saying she does not like her appearance anymore due to botched plastic surgery. Donatella Versace, same deal. God, she was such a beautiful woman. And I feel like she was just trying to keep up with her beauty and trying to make herself look like a younger her. And just, she looks a bit scary. It seems to be the theme with these botched jobs. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, y'all. One of the most famous botched plastic surgeries. And I don't know if the family is still denying that it was plastic surgery or not, but it was something. Something was happening in Neverland, and I'm not talking about the kids. No, we're not going there. Anywho's, so yeah, that was another one that was really, really bad. Mickey Rourke has been commented on saying he is not happy with his appearance. I don't know Mickey Rourke very well from his past life, but I Googled images, and wow. I was like, wow, wow. Yeah. And lastly, Carrot Top has been quoted saying that he is really not happy with his appearance after having, I believe it was his cheeks done and a facelift. So there is, and then of course we have to get into the morality of it all. Is it, certain people in certain, in certain nationalities or ethnicities, they have a rite of passage where they get breast jobs as a birthday gift, as a 16-year-old, as a sweet 16 gift, or they get facelifts, or they get, any kind of procedure that they've been wanting at 16. And then we get into the morality of it all. Is it okay? Is that something that we are okay with? Is that, something that should be shunned or done away with? I again find myself in the middle on that, because it is I think it is kind of young to be doing that kind of thing to your body when you don't know how you're going to grow into your features later on in life. But if it's something that you want, and again, you have the access to it, and your parents are doing it for you nonetheless, I mean, I guess. It's been a part of certain cultures for quite some time now. But is it morally right to be under the knife at 16 or 15 or 17? That is to be determined, I suppose. And then we get back into butt implants. I promised you we were coming back to that. Butt implants has been one of the most popular surgeries, one of the most popular surgical procedures in the U.S. as well in 2019. And if you remember, butt implants were laughed at when they first began. Having a thick body, or a big butt, so to speak, like DJ Sir Spin-A-Lot, I think it was, said, I like big butts, and that was a black and brown thing. And I can remember being the age that I am, back in time, where non-POCs would make fun of brown people for having a fat ass. They would do everything in their will to not have a fat ass. And now, the switch up with the cosmetic butt implants has reached an all-time high, with celebrities like Kim Kardashian and things like that, promoting having a big butt. Butt implants skyrocketed. A Brazilian butt lift is one of the most popular procedures. And all of a sudden, white people, and people who are not POCs, wanted to have this look, wanted to have the Coke bottle figure, again, in air quotes, and wanted to have big butts and big thighs and hips. Those same features that they made fun of, that I can remember when I was, I remember when I was younger being made fun of. So, again, it's just something that I feel is grown so much. Again, that 3 million people that all of a sudden are now having cosmetic surgeries done that contributed to that 4.6 million in 2019, all of a sudden have had such a change of heart. And my DSH said, but now these hoes want apple bombs. It's so true. It's so true. It did such a 360. It's absolutely insane. And that's another thing to note about this cosmetic industry is whatever is marketed to you is what is the norm. Unless you decide that it's not. And so be it. And that's my 2 cents on cosmetic surgery. And so thank you guys for listening to my rants and raves about that. But yeah, it's again, the butt implant thing really took me out. I just couldn't even understand the popularity in it once it started to happen. After being ridiculed so long for having thick bodies. And I'm sure a lot of black females can talk about that in detail. If Miley Deion Sage is also sounding off saying it was Miley Cyrus if she didn't try to twerk that one time. Oh Lord, that one time. Miley Cyrus twerking. I'm still traumatized with Miley Cyrus twerking. I can't. Nicki Minaj definitely called her out on that award show though. That was a moment. But anywho's, I actually think, again, thank you so much guys for watching. I'm gonna give you guys 1 minute, 60 seconds. Whoever is the first to join the broadcast, we can play a fun game together. Just because I'm feeling happy and nice, whatever. First person to join the broadcast at this moment, we're going to play a fun game together. So, I'm going to give y'all 60 seconds. Had the Hank Hill booty. I'm upset with you, Dion. She did have the Hank Hill booty. She had that nude suit on and the chicken cutlets was just hanging out. I was like, girl, no. I believe that was like 2009, if I'm not mistaken. And it's lives rent free in here. Yeah, so y'all got 30 seconds. Y'all got 30 seconds. The first person to join, if Calypso's watching, I know Calypso would join in real quick because Calypso loves a good game, honey. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna give you guys the 30 seconds like I promised. We're at 52:49, 40, 50, 3 seconds. I suppose we've played our games enough. But Season 5 is going to be filled with them, so don't worry. You're going to get it. You're going to get the games. You're going to get the fun. You're going to get the conversation. Don't you worry. You're going to get to meet all these new people again with me. Season of new friends, and I'm really excited about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep up with the tea on Instagram, on Facebook, my site, tinyurl.com/TaylorNeptune if you want to watch episodes later on. And for all the YouTube viewers, I'm going to be posting this after Season 5. Already getting off to a great start. I'm really happy to have been able to do this with you all. Cousin Nina, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Dion, not you. Yeah, I'm also going to have Dion coming on this season with me, and I know you all have seen Dion. You've seen Dion. He is going to be coming to help me do my Black History special, so look forward to that. It's going to be very interesting, very, very interesting. I'm going to pull on the teacher in him. So with all that being said, thank you all again for keeping up. I am really happy to have been able to bring back the tea this season. And yeah. There's more to come. Until then, hold on. Until then, keep being good to yourselves. I'm not going to stop saying it. I know you thought you got out. You almost thought. But keep being good to yourselves. Make sure you're looking inward before looking outward. For your solutions to life. And the world is going to beat you up enough. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourselves. The world will do it enough. And I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next Friday, God willing. Later!